lately I've been thinking a lot about the word spend and how we use it with words like life and time. We spend our lives and spend our time doing all these things as if it's some kind of currency, as if it's like cash in our pockets that we dish out for all the little sparkly trinkets that catch our eye as we go through our days. And I think it goes to show how much money has become intertwined with our self-definitions, our definition of life, our how we value ourselves, how we value life. And obviously it's all not necessarily on the conscious level of our thinking. It's not like I think life is like money. It's in the subconscious level. It's at that level where we see these interesting things happening, like very particular word usage that implies that there's something going on within our word definitions that maybe we're not aware of. There's something going on with how we view the world that is being influenced by different opinions and definitions and ways of thinking and belief systems. And yeah, most of the time, most of us are not aware of these things. That you actually have to really dig into yourself and ask a lot of questions and uncover a lot of challenging answers to start seeing how the different words, how the different definitions that we live link in with each other. So money, in a way, is life, especially in how we live with the word money. Because just think, if you don't have money, how do you live? You have to rely on the charity and goodwill of others. You don't have money, you can't buy a house, you can't buy food, you can't buy a car, you can't buy property, you can't do anything. You are essentially a vagrant of the system. And you're not part of, let's call it our civilized society, apparently, that has all of these fancy ways of doing simple things. So at the end of the day now, we're sitting in this situation where we are living all of these things. We don't even know that we're living. We've defined ourselves and we've defined our lives in these very particular ways, and we don't even know it. And then when we look at our motivations and start questioning, oh, why did I do that thing? It doesn't make any sense. Or why was I so driven to buy that? Why was I so driven to say that to that particular person? Why did I have such a strong desire to take that particular action? And we sit there stumped at our own actions. Well, this is where this shit comes from. It comes from how we live. It comes from how we define words. It comes from how we live these words. And if we don't know what it is that we're actually living and why we're living these things, then we're going to keep doing things that we don't understand, and we're going to keep cycling back into behavior that we don't necessarily like, because we don't understand ourselves, essentially, and we don't understand what motivates us, and we don't understand what drives our behavior. At the end of the day, we are created by our words, and our words create us, and we don't even understand the vocabulary and recognize the vocabulary that each of us is made up of. We don't recognize all of the memories, all of the emotions, all of the little things that we've attached to different moments in our lives, and those moments are words. They are defined by words. And every time we use these words, we are accessing those parts of ourselves that we don't even know about. So it's very interesting to start really questioning why we use certain words to describe anything, ourselves, our day, a task that we just did. And it's very interesting to go even further and look at, what do those words really mean to me? What does the word spend mean to me? What does life mean? What does money mean? Love, relationship, partner, anger, work, boss. There's a lot of words that are going to be pretty big for most people. But each of us has our own journey and our own, let's call it, personal vocabulary and collection of different definitions for the same words. And, take that step and really start asking those questions, not about the world, not about things, not about the people around you. Ask them about yourself, because within that you'll start understanding everything else better. Because at the end of the day, we're all the same. We all have the same motivations. We all have the same programs. They just express in different ways, and sometimes we can't relate to those different expressions. Thanks for listening. You're going to see me next time.